Hello, I'm back. Happy Thursday. Looking forward to some more of this game. Actually having time to play it. And today we're actually going to do what I said I was going to do and get rid of slime lung on the main planet. So more digging, more deodorizers, more of all that sort of stuff. I'm just trying to organize. Hello. Let's bring the audio back in. Right. So what are we doing? So we've cleared out a fairly large portion of the map. And you can see there's a lot of polluted oxygen. We did dig up a lot of slime. I believe we shouldn't be getting too much off-gassing. I can see some off-gassing over here. So we'll probably dig all of this up. But I've covered the bottom of the map in liquid, so hopefully we're not going to get too much. And then we're going to start installing the deodorizers. But yeah, we've got a lot of it at the moment. Thankfully, everyone's in the suits, so it's not too bad. We do need people to access the doors. So let's do that. So we can get rid of it. This poor vacillator is melting. I'm just going to deconstruct that vacillator. I'm sure we'll find another one. We may have already found another one and I've just forgotten. Yeah, there it is. We'll leave that one in place. But yeah, I queued up a load of dig commands ages ago, so you guys can just kind of go ham on that for now. I'm sure you guys have already been doing a lot of digging while I've been distracted fixing the Volcano Tamer. We're going to drain all this water out. And then we can dig this up as well, because the steam vent is all self-contained now, so that should be fine. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do at the moment. We have a lot of salt water we can drip down here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig this as well, so we get all the liquid across here. I just want to queue up a few of these for now, just so they've got plenty of stuff to do. But there are some other things I want to do as well. So I want to tame the Sulfur Geyser so we can start just grabbing the sulfur. And I think we have a pretty good idea of what to do, based on what we did last time. The geyser is idle, so it is currently operational. This is the base level, so what I'm tempted to do... I don't think this thing overpressurizes. I haven't seen it overpressurize, so what I'm probably going to do is have quite a tall storage tank for this. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe we can have it just fill up this area. I want to leave a little gap between this and the spawn. We're going to try and fit this all on this side, because eventually we're going to use this for building the giant mega contraption. But I suppose the first thing I should actually do is just build some deodorizers. So let's go to the gas overlay and have a look. So this layer of chlorine seems like about the right sort of place to put them. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just put some here for now. Do we have a wire going over here? No, we don't. We do have a wire going over here. Is this a consumer wire? Yes, it is. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tiles over here. Sorry about that, a little sneezy. And we're going to make some deodorizers, we're just going to have them run. And once we've got rid of all the polluted oxygen, the slime lung should start dying. We have a large amount of chlorine that we've released. So we just need to make sure they're not generating any more polluted oxygen. So I guess I'll start deconstructing all of this stuff as well. I'll dig this up and just remove all of this. And I'll put the ladders back in. We have inspected all of this, I think. Just double check. Yeah, that's fine. Now, here's a question. Have I inspected the printing pod? Yes, I did remember. Very good. We remembered. Looks like we never ended up managing to finish off this bit. Yeah, that's all priority 9. This is just a mess. What I should do is start replacing this so that the gas can flow through here properly. But I do want to be careful. I want to make sure that it's I'm not breaking any wires or anything. So we'll just deconstruct these half at a time. Replace them with ladders. We don't need all of this oxygen infrastructure anymore. We've definitely replaced that. Actually, I can just do this. If you set it to buildings, then it will only destroy the tiles when you click on them. That was the wrong tile. There we go. So yeah, we have a lot of polluted oxygen to get rid of. But that's fine. I'm just putting some deodorizers. This wire here, this is a consumer wire. So what I'll probably do is I'll just plug this back in, and we'll stick some deodorizers over here as well. There we go. Hey Neo, how you doing? Your swampy mover is not slime lung free. Yeah, slime lung is included. Also, I'm very impressed the pit managed to come and plant a thimbleweed down here on this fallen sand. Very resourceful. They planted one in this hydroponics tile. Very nice. But yeah, we're actually going to get rid of some slime lung today. And if my brain works, I'm also going to do a mini Sulfur Tamer. A mini version of what we did on the previous map. Because I want to start ranching Sweetles again, so we have a breeding population of those. We're going to need a lot of Sweetles if we're going to process all of this oil. Because if we're putting it in a sour gas boiler, 2/3 of that oil will turn into natural gas, and 1/3 will turn into sulfur. So we're going to need to process a lot of sulfur. And that's the key to actually getting the water back. And that's what makes it infinitely scalable. But yeah, I'm still working on that Reddit post. I will do that tonight, I think. But yeah, let's put some deodorizers on. So I'm not expecting to be 100% successful at getting rid of the slime lung tonight, but we can just start to get all this polluted oxygen under control. That would be a great help. And yeah, this is a consumer line, so that's fine. This line here, what is going through here? I don't think there's anything going through here, so we can just deconstruct all of this as well. And what's going on with the other planet? So the Iron Volcano Tamer does look like it's working okay. We'll have to come back and keep an eye on this. we did discover an aluminium volcano yesterday that I do want to hook up. But I might leave that for today because we've done a lot of volcano taming recently. And I'd like to do something different. But it also depends what my brain feels like doing. Anyways, we put some of these in. These are set to... Yeah, people are filling these already, so that's good. And now I guess we've got to keep an eye on everything that's off-gassing, so... Wow, we demolished that whole area pretty much immediately. Nice. So we can fill that in. I'll just tell them to deconstruct all of this as well. Because we're going to want all this space. I think I figured out if I'm going to process all of the oil from these wells, A, I'm going to need sweetles and grubs for the sulfur, turning that back into water. And B, I'm going to need slicksters to turn the carbon dioxide into petroleum. I actually worked out I can skip that stage. I can just vent all the carbon dioxide and it will still recycle water efficiently enough that we can scale it up infinitely. Well, not quite infinitely, but the maths suggests that you would need to have something like 300 oil wells hooked up before you ran out of water. It's like a 98.5% efficiency at recycling water without the without the slicksters. And with the slicksters, it's like 106%. Maybe a bit higher than that. But yeah, we're going to start off simple. Everyone's just going to run around and disassemble things. We can disassemble all of these now as well. So let's go to buildings. That way we won't get rid of anything underneath by accident. And remove these. Because I just want the gases to flow unimpeded. I don't want any surfaces for polluted dirt to stick to. This is where we had the previous base, as you can see by the printing pod. But we no longer have our base here. I think I'd do the same over here. Yeah, let's just do it like... Well, let's do it like this. Because we're set to buildings, we shouldn't cut anything off too bad. The reason I'm doing it every other tile is just so that they can still walk across here and it's not obstructed in the meantime. Yeah, I just want to let all of this random liquid just flow. Let's see, this seems like a pretty good spot for some deodorizers as well. So we can literally just tile up by this wire, continue them this way. We don't need them to be done immediately, we just need them to work on it constantly. And as another upside, this is going to generate us a lot of clay. We have about 600 tons of sand, and we are going to get more because we do have a saltwater geyser, which will hook up eventually, and when you refine the salt, you'll get sand out of that. So I'm not worried about running out of sand. But it is something you have to think about sometimes. Also, is that the right wire? No, it's not the right wire. Crap. You know, I'm sure it'll be fine. Actually, no, it won't, because if this isn't running, these won't get powered. Okay. Let's actually move these. We'll just do them somewhere else. We haven't actually got many wires down here, but there is a lot of polluted oxygen. They just stick in a new wire. Put tiles here. That is the consumer wire. So we'll just bring that there. We have loads of free power, so I'm not really worried about the power usage on this. So yeah, more digging we can do. We can dig all of this up as well. I'm going to set this back to priority 5. But we can absolutely let this polluted water out. It can join the rest of the polluted water. Also, I like that it automatically removes the dig neutronium errands now, because you just can't dig neutronium anymore. It's not even, you can't even do it with the super productive dupes, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this can all go. I want to get rid of as many of the swamp biomes as we can, just so that we can not have to worry about releasing any polluted oxygen later. And I'm kind of tempted to send one of these guys back, because I don't think we're going to do this Volcano Tamer anytime soon. I think I'm going to send Neo back. Yeah, come back. You're a bit injured anyways. There you go. What do you mean toilets? Urgently need toilets. Where's Harold? Why aren't you using... Why is this out of order? Wait, are you telling me we've used all the dirt on the map? There's no way. No, of course we haven't. You just haven't filled it up. Right, Harold, you need supplying priority up. There you go. And I guess you can sweep all of this up. We're just... What are we doing with this water? That is water that we're sending to the plants, so we do not want polluted water in here. So yeah, you can sweep this up as... Oh, it's actually moving around at the moment. Where's it going? I think we'll just have to check on that later. There you go. Good idea. So yeah, Neo, I hope you're not scolding yourself at the moment. I mean, you do have plenty of oxygen, and breathing that will certainly help. That's another thing. I don't want to disable the suit terminals, because everyone's still using the suits to go in here, but that would help consume some of this oxygen a bit faster. We're ultimately going to need to do something with that. But yeah, this is going to be a somewhat slow process. Should ladder over here as well. Let's see. I think we'll put another set of deodorizers over here. And get rid of that. And I'll put one here too. I'll get on with the more interesting stuff in a minute. Yeah, that's probably fine. Wait. So that will just connect to this wire again. And I think over here, I'll put them down here. On this side, and we'll just extend the wire over. But I think just spacing them out is more important than having a load of them in a row. Because I don't want waste people's time filling these up too much. I'd rather have like a few being used efficiently than loads and them just all getting full of sand, like all the time. Let's deconstruct this as well. You've opened the door. Here's another thing we can deconstruct, so I'm just going to do that. There we go. Everything must go. Yeah, I think Neo's more useful here, helping out with all of this workload at the moment. And we'll do the Sulfur Tamer. We'll do the aluminium one tomorrow. Yeah, we can dig all of this as well. Actually, I'll probably leave this for now. That's fine. Yes, so yeah, it turns out all that practice we did on the last map with the Sweetles and Grub Grubs is really going to be necessary if we're going to do a giant sour gas boiler, because a third of the sour gas gets turned into sulfur when you run it, when you cool it down and condense it to methane. So recycling that sulfur and getting more water out of it via the Sweetles and Grub Grubs is the key to being able to infinitely scale it up. Because if you're just using the natural gas and running that through the power generators and getting your water from that, then you'll get about 50% of your water back. And then when you feed that in, it's like a geometric series. Like, so you have 1 kilogram per second of water, then you have half a kilogram per second of water, then you have a quarter of it, and so on and so forth. So it scales up quite well, but it doesn't scale infinitely. But if you do it with the Sweetles as well, the return, like, I think it goes from a 65% return on your water to a 99% return on your water. Like, it just crosses the threshold where it becomes possible to infinitely scale it. But I will do that Reddit post and all the maths at some point. Probably tomorrow. Anyways, are you guys building these? No, we've set these to low priority. And this one will be much simpler. This is just to get an initial breeding population of them. Just probably for the second base, really, just for the food. Ellie is idle. You have trapped yourself. Okay, I'll take the Drekler eggs, that sounds nice. And I want to set up a mini version of the big machine I set up last time at the end of that last run that cooled all the sulfur. That should be fairly straightforward. We'll just set this to all again. Deconstruct all of that. So I guess this is a summer cleaning stream. It's not a spring cleaning stream. Let's dig that up, and then we've got a nice sheer wall, so it's not going to obstruct the gas flow. We can go there. Let's see. We're just going to leave... I guess we could deconstruct the pump, but we're just going to leave this here for now. I mean, I could actually... I could just disassemble that. We'll just dump all the polluted water down here with the rest of it. There's a thin layer of water covering all of this, so it's not off-gassing. That's really important if you just want to have polluted water and have it not off-gas. So yeah, I guess we will just deconstruct this. And let's see. There's going to be more polluted stuff up here, so I definitely want to expand this up. So We'll just go to about here. Maybe I'll put another ladder over here, just so that we can get these last few bits of mud. Because the last thing we want is the mud off-gassing. That would be really bad. So, I guess I can just go like this. And then we'll just do that. Let's see, what are the priorities and things? We want this to be high priority. We already have deodorizers over here. So, yeah, all the polluted oxygen is gone from this area now. Most of it's gone from up here. We've got a few little bands that are kind of settling out. But it's mostly slime lung free up here again. Which is good. So this is definitely working, we just need to give it time. Yeah, and I reckon one more over here would be a good shout. So let's... Because we've got this wall right here, let's actually put the deodorizers in here. So I guess cancel these ladders. We can put those in. It was really hot today at the office, so at lunchtime we just went out and sat in our friend's car with all the doors open, and just enjoyed the nice weather just in the car park. But at least at the moment it's nice weather, hotness. It's not like deathly hotness like it was a little while ago. That was a bit rough. Let's see. We don't have any... We have a tiny bit of polluted oxygen down there. I'm not going to worry about that. But that should just about do. Yeah. And then we can start digging out that whole area as well. I do need to make sure I don't let out any zombie spores, just in case there are any. Let's see. This is a consumer line, so this is fine. And we're just going to extend this down here. Actually, this is going to be a temporary wire anyways, so let's just go down like this. There we go. Oh boy, yes. We're gonna clean up this map. We're gonna clean it up. And Harold is gonna clean up the other map, the other planet very, very slowly. So is there anything else I want to touch over here? I mean, this is slimy, this is all slimy. But we've got a lot of oil well. We've got an oil well here. I think that's the only sort of thing. We can just uncover this. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I really like how we got the puffs, the wild puffs are just hanging out here by the teleport, and they're just like, hey, we found the cool spot with all the slime. So, this used to be an oil biome, now it's a puff biome. Yeah, I guess we can just disassemble all this stuff as well. Although, I don't want to drench this. So let's be a bit smarter about this area. Also, my frames are really dropping at the moment. We're just gonna dig that out. And then, let's see, the next ladder would be there. The next one would be there. So, we'll just do it like this. And I think we'll just extend this ladder all the way up to space. But yeah, my main thing today is just getting rid of anything that's going to be spawning slime lung or polluted oxygen and just containing it all. Or at least queuing it up. that and the sulfur geyser. I'll probably start the sulfur geyser in about 15 minutes. I just want to get more of this queued up first. We can actually connect this over here. That sounds good. And then we can just dig that. I'm really sad. I thought I could contain the slime lung and that we never let it out. And we'd be super careful about it. Like I always think on every map that we start. And then like one little errant blob of slime falls out somewhere and then the disease is absolutely everywhere. Like it really is a case of letting the cat out of the bag. And thankfully it's not that severe, but it just winds me up. It just winds me up. So that is a good enough reason for us to eradicate it. A little bit of uranium's actually made it over here, but I'm not too fussed about that. Got some plug slugs over here as well. Let's see. There aren't any oil wells here, so we probably just start digging it up, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just do this for now. And then we'll start on the Sulfur Geyser Tamer. And this doesn't need to be high priority. Just set a few more priorities quickly. So this could be priority 5. Actually, let's make this all priority 8. We'll make the stuff we want to get done first priority 9. Then this stuff can be priority 8. So they'll do it ahead of the ahead of all the household chores, as it were. This can all be priority 8. I guess this could all be priority 8. This is nearby, so we should actually get this done. What else is there to do? I think what we'll do is we'll go up first, and then we'll go down, because we've let a lot of liquid fall to the bottom of the map now, and that's going to get complicated. Okay. Feeling pretty confident in your guys' ability to handle that. So let's sweep this all up, and we'll start thinking about this. So, I think this ladder here, I'm gonna open this up, and this ladder here is gonna be the actual edge of where we eventually build our giant sour gas boiler monstrosity. So I want to contain all the sulfur stuff to this side. And I want to set it at the base level. So I think what I'll do... I'll extend this up here. I mean, first of all, we'll sweep all of this stuff as well, because I don't want to leave that in there. So we're going to pump the sulfur, we're then going to split it into valves, and we're then going to pump those valves through a cooled metal block. So I think what we can do is we can seal this off. Put the liquid pump here. I don't think we need this ladder. So I want to build this thing so that it's contained to a nice little block, and it's not going to get in the way of too much of whatever else we end up doing over here. I'm not sure how much that'll be, but this shouldn't need to take up much space. As you can probably tell, I've tried to be really good about compressing stuff down, so it's not taking up too much space. Harold is finished, but he's actually trapped. Yeah, you can dig this up. There you go. Have fun. Gold volcano is working. How's the iron volcano doing?
Thanks for the follow.
We've still got nothing but steam in here. Actually, we've got one tile of... What is this? We've got a single blob of oil. It's kind of annoying. Hiya. Let me try and pronounce this. Kokenta Sanbunik? Thanks for the follow. We're just at the moment we just finished setting up a load of Volcano Tamers for all of our metal needs, and at the moment we're just trying to clean up the main map because was I anywhere close? Like, be honest. But we're just trying to clear up the map because we let a lot of slime lung and a lot of polluted oxygen out, so we put some deodorizers out. I'm gonna try and give the air a bit of a rinse. Let some more chlorine out. I'm kind of tempted to still fill the whole map with chlorine. I think that'd be funny. But yeah, we just let some polluted water out of here. And that is gonna just flow down here. A nice big pool of jungle juice down here. We've got pacus, we've got poke shells. It's great. Yeah. We've also got a cobalt volcano tamer here, and that's going to erupt in 7 cycles. So we're going to want to keep an eye out for that. I'm pretty sure 3 steam turbines should handle it. Self-cooled ones anyways. But yeah, the current project, aside from waiting for them to just do all that demolition, is to build a Sulfur Geyser Tamer. This game is fun and my favorite game. What a coincidence. This is my favorite game too. I feel pretty confident in saying that. I think the only other game I actually have more hours in now is Overwatch, and that is not good. Overwatch is definitely not my favorite game, but I still have lots of hours in it. But yeah, it's funny. I put in all these hours into the game, but I still haven't done a lot of the DLC stuff. So we're just trying to get really far into late game. I've not gotten too far before. Like I've done the temporal tear in the base game once. So I want to go fully like balls to the walls on the rockets and all that stuff. But we're just going to build up some solid fundamentals first. Like, we've got a good oxygen machine set up. So we've got loads of oxygen and oxygen stored up for the dupes, hydrogen stored up for the power. We've got some nice cooling going on here. So the base should be at a reasonable temperature. Yeah, the base is fine. Hopefully it's not actually going to get too cold over here for these bristle blossoms. I think they'll be okay. We've got an industrial sauna where we've got like our metal refinery and stuff. And we got a natural gas room where we just have all of our natural gas producing stuff. Is spaced out enabled in DLC? Yes, yeah. So it's an expansion pack that you can buy for the game, and it adds radiation and the expanded rocket experience. Because in spaced out, there's actually like a star map you can go and explore with rockets, land on new planets. We actually have a mini base on this planet, but that's because we found a teleporter that goes here. But this stuff is all the space stuff is like the DLC stuff, so you get that with the expansion pack. But I'll tell you what, the base game has plenty of content in it on its own. I wouldn't say that you absolutely need the expansion pack, but I mean, considering how much I play it, like, come on, I'm gonna get that. I'm kind of sad. They recently announced that they're not going to do another expansion pack for this game, and they're going to do more free updates, which on the one hand is nice, but on the other hand, I feel like it's going to be difficult to fund Clay to do more content that way. I mean, unless they start just releasing Fortnite skins for all the dupes, which I think will be quite fun. But yeah, we should expect more free updates for this game. They're probably not going to do another expansion pack. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pump here, because this is going to come out at 165 degrees, so it's going to be quite hot. We'll need a steel pump. Let's see, here it is. Yeah, this is my 15th stream of this map. I like to play it on speed 1, so it's usually quite slow, mostly just to save my computer more than anything. But it's nice and slow and relaxed, and I do actually have a YouTube channel where you can find the previous episodes. Because I upload them all to YouTube. I know that Twitch deletes your VODs after a short amount of time, but you can find everything on there. And there's also a Discord where people like to post cool builds they've done. So if you have something cool you want to share, feel free to go there or have a look and see what things people come up with. Yeah, let's actually priority 9 this, because we're going to want the usual sensors here to get this to pump properly, and we're going to want it all to flow out this side. We also want to know how much output this is going to have. So it says 5.8 kilograms per second at 165.2 degrees. Eruption period is 314 seconds every 575. So we'd probably expect about 3.2 kilograms per second out of it, like, overall while it's active, and then it will go dormant for a little bit. So what we can do is we can set up 3 valves in here. We'll make these... Do these overheat? They do. So we'll make these out of steel as well. And we're going to split the... We're going to split the output from this pipe into 3 smaller pipes. And there is a reason for doing this. Yeah, we can just make this regular pipe. What I like to do with these pumps as well is I just like to put a little hydro sensor down here, and then an automation wire, and then I set this sensor to start pumping if it's above, like, say 50. So what that will do is it'll leave a little bit of liquid in here at all times that won't get pumped, and that way this is always, it's not going to pump any small packets, because if there's a tiny amount of liquid, it will just pump the drops and it won't be very efficient. But if you have it set to a minimum value, then it won't do that and it'll be more efficient. And it's always good just to have a little bit of emergency stuff if you just want to test something. Oh my god, if they added multiplayer to this game, I'd nuts. Like, that would be absurd. Like, being able to interact with, like, other people's colonies, like trading with other people's colonies. I had an idea for a mod a while ago that I hope they actually do. I want there to be, like, far off into space. I want there to be, like, some kind of, like, merchant, like some kind of, like, merchant station or something, and they'll give you quests, like, deliver us, like, a ton of rock gas or molten salt or something stupid, and then you'll get special rewards. Like, there could be an achievement for doing all the quests. I really want to see them do something like that. I might do a forum post about that. Yeah, in terms of power, this could be hooked up to the consumers as well. We've got a thermo aquatuner on this line, but these pumps aren't continuously active, so I think we're going to be okay. Hey, Uglivisk, how you doing? We're in Operation Cleanup today, so we are deodorizing all this polluted oxygen and trying to clean up the map. Doing a bit more digging as well. And we're also building a Sulfur Tamer, a mini version of the one from the previous map. Because on the previous map we had 5 sulfur geysers, and that was a lot to process. Anyways, these valves don't need water. So the pipe will go in here, and then we'll set these to 1 kilogram per second each, so 1,000. And then we'll have 3 different pipes, and we'll just insulate all of these. Down here. Yeah, I specifically picked the map because it had the sulfur geysers. I used my favorite website, because on this website you can find maps that have specific characteristics. And I like to do that to set up, like, a good, interesting map to play on. That's my favorite way of playing this game. And then I just don't refer to that afterwards, so I don't spoil myself on the rest of the stuff. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll send the pipes round. Ooh, how do I do this? I think we will send the pipes this way. Yeah, maybe I'll actually expand this out a little bit, so we won't have the insulated wall here, we'll have it here. That's fine. Give them a little bit more space. So yeah, I guess just deconstruct these again. We're going to try and build this all before this erupts. But we're going to have to analyze it as well to figure out when it's going to go dormant. Because obviously we're not going to get any sulfur while it's dormant. Now, is there any way of me lowering this? I don't think there is. I think that's fine. I think we'll just have... Actually, you know what I could do? I could do it slightly neater. I want to fit all these pipes in this sort of zone. I think what we can actually do is we can move this one down here. So we can send this pipe over here, and then this pipe will actually be connected to the output of this valve. So I'm going to move the valve down. Yes, that seems good. The only thing is, people can't actually get in here now. They need... Yeah, we'll need to put a ladder here, so people can get in. Yeah, no worries. It's so useful. So yeah, is this all priority 5? This is all priority 9. I just told you guys to do a load of stuff like usual. See, who wants skill points as well? That's something we can do. I don't want to give you guys too many more skills, because you're kind of at the limits of what I should be reasonably doing with your morale. I mean, you're hovering about 35 morale, which is good, but I don't want to push it. But we could always use a few more mechatronics engineers. And I want everyone to have all the digging stuff, just so they don't get trapped. You're gonna do doctoring just in case people get scolded. You still need to go towards exosuits. And you, I guess you can just have tidying. You can have cooking as well, that's fine. Digging for you. Harold is just going to stay perpetually low skill because he's on the other planet. And Ren can have operating. There we go. So now everyone's going to rush to the printing pod and get their get their skills, get their learn on. Nice. So this printing pod is normally where you build your base around it, but I've actually moved everything. So everything is over here, because eventually this whole zone is going to be dedicated to a big industrial brick. And that's going to be... This map I selected because there's 35 oil wells across it. And we figured out a way to use all of them, but it's going to be a very long-term project. So... we try to give ourselves as good of a chance as possible. We're gonna expand the base up here a little bit, but we want to build some oil wells here first. And I think in the gaps between them, we're gonna fit some puffed ranches, and then the rest of it will be living quarters, and that will go up into space, I think. Yeah, you guys seem to be doing pretty well on this now. So I think what I'll do with this pipe is I'll actually just have it come out of the pump to the 3 different valves individually. I'll just do it like that. Yeah, this all needs to be steel. Because this room's going to be 160-ish degrees. And on the previous map, because we had 5 sulfur geysers, 3 of them were enough, continuously pumping, to preheat a cool steam vent. So we sent the sulfur past the cool steam vent, and it heated it up from 110 degrees to 125 degrees. And that was enough to run it directly through a steam turbine. But one sulfur geyser won't generate quite enough heat for that. Sulfur doesn't actually retain a lot of heat. So we're just cooling this steam by having an aqua tuner here. That's sending cold polluted water in here, which is condensing the steam, and then that just gets pumped. And then some steam in here gets hot, and that's what powers the steam turbine. So we're kind of doing the reverse thing. But this is what I usually do for taming a cool steam vent. Yeah, fishies! Yeah, we got fishies. They're doing alright. Tank's a little bit hot. I fed them quite recently, but yes, they are doing alright. Man, my frames are doing really badly at the moment. It kind of makes me want to pump all the gas out of the rest of the map just to save on frames. I don't know, I'm gonna have to solve that at some point. My computer has been having some minor issues today as well, so that might not be helping. But yeah, we'll set this sensor to 50 kilograms. And then we can actually just tile this in. For now, I'm going to leave this just so that people can get in and out. So then we've got the 3 pipes. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a big metal block, and we're going to cool that with a thermo aqua tuner, and then we're going to put a steam turbine in. So let's see. So I think what I'll do is I'll put the steam turbine in here. Just gonna allow it all around this bit. Yeah, fish are great. Oh man, I've been on the wrong screen the whole time. Crap. Apologies. You didn't miss too much. Yeah, the fish are cool. I wanted fish since I was a kid, to be honest, and now I've actually bought my own house. I've got I can have a fish tank and not worry about having to move it if the landlord says we have to move. So I'm really happy. We've had them since about April time. Yeah, they're doing alright. We got the real fish in there, and then we've also got a fish tank up here. So we have, well, at the moment we have a dead fish. We have a pacu fillet. Do we have a little baby in here? How many fish are in this room? Is this working? There's no critter in here at the moment because this guy hasn't laid an egg. Why is this not working? I think this fish may have literally just died. So what this guy does is he normally lays the egg, and then a little fish ends up in here. Then he dies and the little fish gets released. And then all the wild fish end up in here, and they produce their own eggs. And all the eggs end up on this tile, and then we cook all the food in here. But we got about 65 pacu in here, which isn't a huge amount, but it's certainly helping. And we got 15 eggs in here. So yeah, I think we caught this guy literally the moment that the little baby died. Or I guess the baby was older than the breeder in this case. I'm not quite sure how that ended up happening. Actually, I'm really not sure how that ended up happening. Okay, spare me the commentary. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think we had a gulp fry egg by random chance in there, and the gulp fry died. I think that's probably what happened. So, yeah. So, I have about 1,200 hours in this game, and that is definitely a lot, but I know people who have put in way more than that. There is always stuff to do. There's always something new to make. Like on every map I've done, like I've always found a way to do a build differently, and there's always been interesting challenges. So there is absolutely a ton of longevity in this game. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to put the steam turbine. This can be lead. And then what we'll do is we'll have the thermo aquatuner down here. And then... And then we'll probably have the metal block for the actual cooling of the sulfur here. That would work. So let's put all that stuff in there. No, the questions really aren't silly, honestly. They're good questions, and no question is really a silly question, to be honest. The only silly questions are my question, like, how did I end up scolding all of my dupes? Or, like, how has this guy not made it to bed for the 10th night in a row? And, Neo, we actually need to get you to a bed, I think, because you're still injured. I need to actually put a bed somewhere. We do have beds here. You know what, you can just go here for now. Have fun. Yeah, like, why are you sleeping? Yeah, I've got to do something with this oil, leaky oil fisher as well. Because it's just leaking a small amount of oil, which I am using, but the oil is very hot and it's leaking a lot of heat out here. And that's not necessarily ruining everything, but I want to deal with it at some point, but kind of a low priority. I opened it. Let's see. I'm not taking any more dupes. I opened this oil well because I was trying to heat this steam vent with this hot oil, but there wasn't enough oil to actually heat this properly. So what we've done instead is we've just hooked... So these machines will generate a lot of heat. We have a load of steam in here that was water. So that steam gets really hot, and we have a loop that's full of oil that's just constantly circulating. And the oil is basically heating up the steam in here to the point where it will go through the steam turbine. Because this room is at like 130 degrees, and this room is at like 110 degrees. But if it goes up to 125, then it will go through the steam turbine. And originally we were trying to get that heat from this, and the oil is much hotter, but there's just much less of it. So it wasn't really working. But yeah, we can start building stuff in here. So let's figure out where these pipes are going first of all. Because we need some room for the coolant, and we need some room for these pipes. So I think what we do... Let's place a few more things. So we'll do the thermo aquatuner. I'm feeling pretty confident about making these in gold now. I don't think I necessarily need to be steel. We'll figure out all the wiring later. This is gonna have... So hot water comes in here, cold water comes out of here. So I'm actually going to want to flip this around the other way. Let's flip it around. So, insulator pipe goes up here. I think what I'll do is I'll just have a radiant pipe going through here with the coolant. So all the coolant will leak its heat out here. And then we'll have these pipes come out somewhere. Sorry, I'm probably just talking in circles at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out how this is actually going to work. Let's see. Because we're going to need these 3 pipes to run through with the small amount of sulfur in them. Hey, mind your own business. Have you ever used a pulse teppidizer to heat up the steam from an event? I've tried this in my own... I'm about to try this in my own game. Should have sandboxed it because I don't know whether it will work. It will work up to a point. And I think they actually fixed the bug, but not entirely. Like, it is a bug. You're not supposed to be able to do it. But I think when you do it, it works. But when you reload the game, it stops working. I would have a look on the wiki about pulsed tepidizers, because I used one a while ago and it worked, but I think they've since fixed that bug, but the fix was kind of broken. But yeah, I would definitely suggest looking at the wiki, because I haven't done it recently. I did it like a year ago. But yeah, I think that's okay. So these pipes are where the sulfur's going to go through. And then we've got a little bit of space for the coolant to go through. Because we need the coolant to go through this block as well. Maybe I need to make this block a bit larger. Maybe if I extend the block to, like, down here, that will work. Yeah, I think this is what I'll do. So these pipes will go like this. And then we'll take... because this bit here is all going to be metal. It's just going to conduct all of the heat. Or rather, the chill in this case. And we actually want some of these pipes to be... we want all of these pipes to be radiant. So let's do that as well. Oh, this has ended up kind of an odd shape. Let's see. So, and I think we're going to make this out of gold. Yeah, like that. Like that. Like that. And I'm kind of just doing this from scratch, so this might end up being completely wrong. But we'll see. So the sulfur is going to be coming out of these pipes at like 160 degrees. And it's then going to be super cooled to about 30 degrees in here, so about room temperature. But the sulfur will normally solidify at about 120. So normally when it does that, it'll break the pipes. But because we're separating it out into very small pressures, there's enough room in the pipe that it will transition, that it won't transition state. So it will stay as liquid sulfur until it exits here with whatever we end up doing. And then we can just cool the metal block down to the temperature that we want the sulfur to be at. So this can be insulated. This is going to be the wall, and it will then bridge across. Oh, right, this is going to be the wall. So we actually want this to go like this. And this is going to be insulated pipe. Sorry, I've actually ended up being paused a lot. Try not to do that. So that will go down here. We don't want to bridge anything. And then we don't want to bridge anything until it's in this block. And then this is going to be radiant pipe with the coolant in it. And we're going to bridge this around here like crazy. No, this isn't quite going to work. Hold on. Let me figure this out. This is turning into pipe spaghetti. So, bridge, bridge, bridge. Radiant, radiant, radiant. Bridge, bridge, Radiant. Radiant. Okay, so there's a decent amount. So these tiles all have radiant pipe in them now. And that will have the coolant. So that's what will keep this block cold. That's the aim anyways. Then this will be the hot coolant. And then we'll run that through a thermosensor. And that thermosensor will control the aquatuner. So if the coolant is cold enough, it will bypass the aquatuner, and if it's too hot, it will go in the aquatuner and get cooled down. So let's see. So yeah, that will go. This pipe will go up here, so it will preferentially feed into this. But if it's too hot, this won't turn on, and it will just go up here instead. And we wanted to always prioritize the cool stuff rather than the overflow stuff. Oh yeah, and then I do this. Then I do this the normal way. So I like doing it like this. So I move it over there, and then bridge it like this, and then instead of going down, this pipe goes up. Yeah. So that works. So it will always flow from here with priority. It will only load the bridge if the pipe is empty. So that means that this bridge here means this will loop continuously in the loop. And it will only turn this on if it needs cooling. So this will run continuously at the temperature we want it to. Oh, I'm so glad I finally figured out how to do this bit here, because that saves a lot of effort. I used to do stuff with shutoffs just to try and get this to cool consistently, but it was very messy. But this is the cleanest way I found to do it. This stuff here is all a nightmare, but like that's just specifically because of this stuff. I guess actually don't build the tile. Also, we'll need to fill this all with metal tiles in the end, but that's the last step. I believe this will be set. Let's just set this to above 30. Because we just wanted to get to room temperature. Who's idle? Well, Harold's idle because he hasn't got anything to do. Just dig this. Just dig all this for now, please. And then who else is idle? Frankie is idle. Oh, we need to add more glossy Drecos to our ranch. I have to do this occasionally. There you go. Yeah, you guys should still definitely have plenty of stuff to do. There's no way you're running out of stuff to do yet. And then this will be the bit where we actually drop off the room temperature stuff. And what I'll do is I'll have these pipes go up here. I guess they don't need... Well, I'll insulate them anyways. It's just good practice. And then we'll put vents here. And what will happen is the room temperature liquid sulfur will come out of these vents. And... Seriously? You're idle again. You've trapped yourself up here. Good job. Actually, that's on me. That's on me. You did a stupid thing. And it's my fault. So it'll come out of the vents at room temperature, and then it will immediately condense into little blobs. And what I like to do... So first of all, we'll put mesh tiles here. I like to do this because the mesh tile is part of what tells it to solidify. Because liquids will flow through these, but the sulfur will realize it's cold, and it will just solidify on here, and then it'll end up by the vents. Yeah, you still need to deconstruct these. Okay, look, I get it. Harold, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to send you home. I'll send you home next cycle, and we'll just build a spare bed for you for now. Because I'm literally not going to want you to do anything there for a while. There's room for a spare bed somewhere. You know what? We don't need this at the moment. Deconstruct this. This could be Harold's luxury bedroom. Just while he bunks with us. I don't want to keep going back and finding him stuff to do while we're working on stuff here. So now we can just connect all of this. There we go. And then similarly, this can all connect up like this. There we go. So that should work properly. This is a very wonky looking cooling loop, but it should technically work. And it's made out of gold pipe, so I'm feeling pretty confident about it. The only way to know for certain will be by testing it, but I don't want to open this up yet. I can probably... I don't think I need to do anything else in here. The gas is going to condense it to start with. I've got a mod that changes the color of tiles based on what they're made of. And the cobalt is kind of like bright blue. Let's actually... I wonder what it would look like if we made it out of iron ore. I always just end up making these things out of cobalt. Let's make them out of something different for change. Yeah, Harold, you... Just dig this up. There you go. Have fun. And I think what I'll do is... Yeah, that's a bit more neutral. I think what I'll do is I will put an auto sweeper here. That can't quite reach in there. That's awkward. I think what that means is I'll actually lower these down so that we have room for an auto sweeper. And we'll get rid of all this stuff. That does not belong there. Then what else are we going to want to do? Let's see. We need to be able to get into here. So for now, let's just break in the top. I want to pour some liquid in here. I want to get all the gases out of this bit as well. But I think we could do that mostly by just pouring liquids in here. So let's try it. This stuff's all actually going to be temporary, so we can just do this out of regular tile. That will build quicker. And we'll priority 9 all of this. I really want to know when this is going to go dormant, because I'm imagining I spend like 15 cycles finishing this machine, and then it immediately goes dormant and we don't use it for like 100 cycles. Oh my god. Look, I need to find something substantial for you to actually do. You know what, let's just dig all of this. No, not... Just dig all of this, okay? And just do that until the teleporter says you can come home. So we'll deconstruct that. We'll put the bottle empty here. We'll start filling this with liquids. I think I'll just seal this up. I don't think we're going to come back in this way. We have a lot of polluted oxygen in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll move these vents down. In fact, I might even just put the vents here. Yeah, I'll put the vents there. We'll deconstruct this. And we'll put the mesh tiles here. Now I want to see what they look like in gold. And then we can put an auto sweeper and a conveyor shut off in here, and we can actually just seal this whole thing off. Although we probably won't need to seal it off, because it'll be room temperature sulfur. But we'll have the option at least. Right, so bottle empty can go here. And we're going to dump some oil off to start, and then we're going to dump some water in here. That will eventually evaporate and be the steam that runs the steam turbine. Just trying to think of how I'm going to get rid of the gas in here, because what I want to do as well is, I mean, we can have polluted oxygen here. That's not the end of the world, but I don't want slimy polluted oxygen everywhere. I mean, this will eventually get hot enough to kill the slime lung, I think. Like, germs. Slime lung dies at 100 degrees C. Oh, so it isn't actually going to get hot enough to kill the slime lung. In that case, what I want to do is I want to replace this gas with hydrogen. And I think the best way of doing that for now is actually leave that like that. We'll seal this up again, and we'll put a canister empty here, and we'll fill this with canisters of hydrogen and push the polluted oxygen out that way. Maybe that would work. Or I could just form the... Actually, no. What I'll do... I'll build a ladder that goes into here. And then I'll put a gas... I'll fill this with liquid so it forms a seal. And then I'll just put a gas pump in here and just pump it out. That's the easiest way of doing that. Let's not overcomplicate it. So I guess we'll make that out of gold. Make that out of gold, and that can just vent straight up here. And then that can just plug straight into this wire here. This thermoacrotuner will need to go somewhere else. Do we have a free slot on the transformer spine? We have one up here. I'll probably just build another one. So let's extend this spine downwards. This is something really weird I do with my transformers. So I have one heavy watt conductive wire that can hold up to 50 kilowatts. And all of these little conductive wires can hold up to 2 kilowatts of power. but I'm using a lot more than 2 kilowatts via different machines and things. So take all those 2 kilowatt wires, feed them onto the heavy watt wire with the large transformers, and then I take them off with the small transformers. So I have different wires going to power producers and different wires going to power consumers. And I'm not sure this is the best way of doing all the wire, but it's the way I've ended up doing it. And what that means is, you end up with a lot of extra wires, but all the heavy watt wire stays in one place, and if you ever need another transformer, you can just add one vertically down, and you don't have to worry about where the heavy watt wire is going to go, because you can just have it all out of the way. But I think this is just my own stupid idea. I'm not seeing anyone else do it that way. I'm not an electrical engineer, I'm a civil engineer. Damn it. Anyways, this does not need to work yet. Or rather, what I need to actually do is just fill this with liquids. So you can yellow alert, drop some oil in here. And we're actually going to tile this across as well. No, we're not. We're going to leave it for now. We'll disable this. Ooh, that looks really nice made out of the gold. I like it. It looks like cheese. It looks like some kind of cheese. What am I talking about? So we can put an auto sweeper here, and I can grab all of the... sulfur when it comes out. And that can connect to this wire here. And then we can also put a shipping loader here. And that can be lead as well. Although, I'm just going to make it out of gold just in case. Just in case we end up dropping something hot in here. I'll do the same with this. I've got gold volcanoes hooked up now, so I should just use gold for this stuff, just in case. That wire can go there. And then we'll just build a conveyor belt that will send the sulfur wherever it needs to go. So we've got some oil in here now. The oil also has slime lung, but that's going to get hot enough to not have slime lung, so that's fine. And now that's enough oil. We just need to put some water in here. And what I actually like to do is I like to put salt water in here, because that will. You're using regular water for lots of things, and you're not using salt water for a lot of things. So if I'm ever just boiling water, I just like to boil salt water if I have it. And we do have some across the map in various places, so that's fine. I suppose I should double check how this is all going as well. You can priority 9 this to build this deodorizer. I'm still seeing lots of slime lung, so we definitely haven't got rid of it all, but it's certainly looking better. We still have some off-gassing polluted dirt and slime, I think. So that's why we need to get rid of these tiles. But we filtered some of the polluted oxygen, but not all of it. How interesting. We'll put one down here as well. Yeah, you're gonna need to put a bit more salt water in than that. Come on, just enough so that it actually flows over, please. Because I want to cover this. We've already got the vacuum seal, so we can open this up. The liquid will act as a vacuum seal. Please grab more. I guess these pitcher pumps are too high up now. We do have salt water in here, but it's just too high up. Do we have any anywhere else? I guess we don't. Well, we have salt water in here. You know what, just very quickly. Let's move this back down so we can grab this again. Okay. There's too much here for us to actually sweep up. So we do want to pitch pump this. Looks like you've found a little bit more over there. But yeah, we can vent this room, and then we can start filling it with hydrogen. This is going to be set to sulfur. And I'm not going to bother with the conveyor rails yet. I mean, ugh. Realistically, they're just going to go... Well, they're just going to go along here, aren't they? I mean, ultimately, we're going to be sending this back to the base, so it probably will just go this way. Well, I guess we could start building the metal tiles in here. That's fine. So, we're going to build these out of lead, just because we have so much of it. Like, there's going to be 36 tiles, so that's going to be 3.6 tons of lead, but we do have plenty of that. Yeah, we'll just do that. No. Hold on. Yeah. Build these two first, and then we'll go up in blocks of 2, and they should be able to build everything. Oh, I need to build tile here. That's what we need to do. Yeah, that's fine. And let's not have any yellow alerts during break time. I don't want people missing their breaks. Yeah, because at the moment a little layer is settling out, but then the rest of it is just falling down here. So I should have done this first. There we go. But it's still good enough to get all the gas out of here. This gas will be gone very soon, and then I can just deconstruct that. But yeah, we're going to need to build another set of transformers over here, I think. So that will do. Deconstruct this. And dig this. I can go there. And then we can just move the transformers. But I do like that I can just copy and paste this down between layers and just not think about it. And I'm leaving some space between here because the heavy watt wire has really bad decor penalty. But you'll see it doesn't actually leak out over here. It's only leaking out there because of the debris. Like, for the most part, the dupes aren't affected. The dupes are affected by all the random debris just floating around on the floor. I do need to sweep up a lot of this. But I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Put a deodorizer in here as well. And I like doing this as well because it just combines all of the power sources and consumers together. So I know that either everything's going to be powered or I just need to add more power. I don't have to worry about whether a specific circuit has enough power for things. I can literally just go this way. I can literally just go to the colony report, see, oh, I've generated some extra power than what I needed today. So we're fine on power. Like, the steam turbines are going to waste power because they're mostly just for cooling. So there's always going to be some power wasted from them. There shouldn't be any power wasted for anything else. But we are consuming a lot of power now. So all these steam turbines are certainly helping. But anyways, the point of this is so that we can take a conductive wire and feed it here for the aqua tuner. So that can just go like this. There we go. And we can just bridge that across here. Go in here. And then the steam turbine. Let's see. This room is finished now, so we can deconstruct this. Deconstruct all this stuff again, please. There we go. Anyways, I forgot to send Harold back. You can go back now. Because we kind of need the extra help on the other planet more than we need you there. You're ill. I think you have food poisoning. Anyways, we'll give you a bed up here temporarily. Here you go. The Harold Special. The Harold Special Suite. There you go. You don't currently have a mess hall. There you go. There's Harold's table. Does that actually that stops it from being a recreation room, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So I don't really want to do that. You know what? You can eat in here. There you go. Have fun. You can eat next to the kitchen. And I believe we even made some... did we make some? Yeah, we made some food poisoning tablets. There you go. Have fun with that. Anyways, so 50 kilograms, that's enough liquid in there. I don't think we need any more than that. So let's turn this off. And we want to fill this with hydrogen. So now what we do, we build it right next to the SPOM, which is very convenient because there's lots of hydrogen in there. So we can just build a high pressure vent for now. And send some hydrogen this way. Okay, maybe not quite like that. And in fact, what I'm going to do... What I'll do for now is I'll put the vent there. And then we can build the steam turbine in the meanwhile. And let's see, that wire can just go adjacent to these. So I've realized an issue with this. So doing it like this, if we're self-cooling this steam turbine, i.e. the water is coming down here and venting down here somewhere, probably here, then it's only going to be able to cool about half the output of this. I think we technically need 2 of these. Although, how much cooling is this even going to require? Let's do the maths quickly. So, sorry, I'm just going to get my calculator while we're building this. Alright. I think we've got enough to work with. So 5.8 times 314 seconds divided by 575 seconds. So we're going to get 3.167 kilograms a second on average. We want to cool that by 135 degrees, and the heat capacity of sulfur is 0.7. So the total heat that we're trying to remove from this sulfur is 300 kDTUs per second. And a self-cooled steam turbine will get rid of about 290. So I think what this actually means is that we're not going to get it all the way down to 30 degrees with this if we have just one steam turbine. So do I do more than one steam turbine? I probably could. I could just fit it here. But the thing is, I don't think we're really going to need 2. I think we just put the one steam turbine here and we run it some of the time, but not all the time. No, I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution and make this a bit cooler. So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna make this a bit larger. We're gonna have 2 steam turbines. So that will be the new extent. We'll shift all of this stuff down a little bit. So I think that means we're going to have to refill this back up, and we're going to have to move this very slightly. But there's more stuff we can do in the meantime. We can add more metal blocks here. Yeah, we can get rid of these ladders. This will be the actual end of the block. What do we want? Fried mushrooms. Sounds good. So there is gas in here again, which is not ideal. If we seal that in, then we can let this out, and that should still work. There should be enough liquid in here for this to still work. Yeah, go have some food. I'm kind of tempted to get this to start erupting, because I kind of want to just fill it with sulfur. And I want to analyze this to know when it's going to go dormant again. So you know what? Let's actually do this. Let's open it. Let's crack it open. We'll seal this off first, and then we'll dig this tile. It should take a while to fill this up, anyways, because if it's filling up at like 3.2 kilograms per second, the sulfur comes out at just under 1,000 per tile. We've got 26 tiles. So 3.2. So 26,000 divided by 3.2. So we can let this run for about 15 cycles before it overflows. So yeah, I reckon we'll be done with this in 15 cycles. So let's just open it up. I don't mind leaking some heat out of here in the meantime. I kind of want the outside of the map to be hot. And there's nothing important here anyways, so a little bit of heat leaking out of here is not a concern. And I want to finish this pipe as well. Yeah, there we go. There's the sulfur. And we want to analyze this. I'm also just gonna temporarily set this to not activate, because I don't want to start pumping stuff through here until then. This is another reason why I like putting the hydro sensors on these pumps, because you can just set it to a value and tell it to turn on or off. Yeah, enjoy the yellow goo. It's definitely not polluted water. You're a very fast researcher anyways. What's your science skill? Where is it? Ah, come on. Yeah, you have 30 science. You have 18 from skill level, you have quick learner, you have all the skill tree skills. And you've drank your soda. You have the power of caffeine. So unfortunately none of that actually helps you research geysers, does it? I don't know, maybe it does. You seem to be doing it quite quickly. You're like a quarter of the way there already. Okay. So I think we can just let this out and that won't cause any issues. We're gonna need to pump this out again though. I shouldn't have been so hasty removing this, because we're just gonna connect this up. Oh, hold on. Oh no, the oil is building up here. We'll need to pitcher pump some more oil in. Or bottle empty some more oil in. That's fine. That's why we left that conspicuously shaped hole. And then, I guess what we can do, we can just tile out this. Because we can access both sides of this, we don't have to pump it again. We can just build tiles here, then delete them here, then build them, then delete them. And that will push all the gas out of here. Yeah, so please dump some more oil in here. Want to push all the gas out of this bit. And that needs to be yellow alert, because if this seal breaks, then we are going to have to do the thing. It looks like it is going to break. You know what? Just seal that in temporarily. Well, actually, it doesn't look like it's moving now. Yeah, that's okay. But I do still want some more oil in here. Please, deconstruct these. Yeah, so there is a heat leak, but I don't mind the heat leaking out here. This sulfur's already condensed. Who's doing this? Max is. Yeah, you've got a fair amount of oil. Let's speed to it for a bit, actually. We just want them to get stuff done. Here comes Neo with the sauce. That was not a lot of oil. You could have done better than that. So deconstruct these. Hello there. We can put the steam turbine back. I don't think there's a... We're going to be able to push all this gas out. I don't think it's going to cause any problems. You are doing your best. It's my fault for not training everyone on all the manual generators like I've seen people do. So I'm going to shut my blind. I think that means we can start venting this as well, so let's just start doing that. Okay, that's probably enough oil after this. And then... Oh, hold on, what's going on here? Then let's sweep up this salt water and dump salt water in here. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, we just want to get all this salt water out of here. As long as this little bit remains here, we're okay. I'm just going to keep a close eye on this for now. Okay. Almost. We can deconstruct these tiles. Right, there you go. So now this salt water should spread across here. Although some gas has ended up in here. So that's not moving, is it? Well, I could build tiles in here to remove this gas. That would work. Let's keep them. Oh no, now it's going. Okay, good. That's a relief. We'll add some more salt water in here. Hydrogen is now being dumped. So keep building it across. And the reason I'm filling the steam turbine room with hydrogen is just because it retains a lot of heat for a gas. We're going to want to put some oil in this room as well, actually. Now that I think about it. So when this room is expanded all the way out here, we can do that. Okay. Well, you've got the spirit. Sulfur Geyser is analyzed. It's going to go dormant in the next 30 cycles. That's good. So now we just need to finish this pipe. Then I guess we sweep all of this. And then we can just seal this in. How long have I got? I've got another 2 hours. That's good. You know what? That'll probably do after this lot. I don't think you need any more salt water after that. Yeah, that's fine. So then, Oh, we found a data bank. Oh, that's funny. So we can do the diamond press now. Nice. Well, I don't think I'm going to queue up any more research. We've got to be able to get back in here when we're done. So we need to actually move this one tile over. That's fine. There we go. Have we swept everything in here? We have. So I think we just seal this. I think we just seal this for now. We just put, well, actually, we just wanted to push all the gas out. So I think we just let it leak all the heat in it. Just have it push all the gas out. I guess the gas doesn't really matter. It's too hot in here for slime lung anyways. Oh, I think my math was wrong. It only stores up to 740 kilograms per tile. So we probably got about 10 cycles before this overflows. It's still probably fine. We've got a little bit of gas in here. We're going to need to tile this up. Yeah, so let's just speed to it for now. Okay. So if you tile that in, that does delete one of the gas pockets, and then we can just delete the other by doing this. It's got high stress. Why does Joshua have high stress? Your morale requirement is 33. That's really high. You know what? I think I just went too hard on you. Let's skill scrub you. $33 is very high. How are you guys running out of things to do? I guess it's not always errands to do in the base, and we now have one atmosuit less than dupes. So I guess a little bit of idleness is fine. We can continue the research. You know what, go for payloads or something. There you go. Yeah, so that's deleted those gas tiles. So let's deconstruct these. Hydrogen is filling up pretty quickly in here. Yeah, there's no way you guys have done all of this. You just actually need atmosuits. And we need to deconstruct these two. Then we can build another insulated tile here. And then we can build these two. And eventually we'll just seal this in. Yeah, that is fine. In the meantime, let's not forget to keep doing this. I'll be able to start doing these ones in a minute as well, and then we can just fill in the gap at the end. I'm sad, the metal tiles... Actually, the metal tiles still look pretty good in this mod. I really do like that mod. Yeah, I'll be pretty pleased if this is working properly by the end of the stream, and it's going to be erupting for a while, so that's good. But really at this stage, this is more of just a proof of concept than anything. We're actually going to need to move all this stuff in here as well. So I'm just going to shuffle it all backwards. In fact, yeah, let's just deconstruct everything in here. And we'll just put that in the middle of the two steam turbines. And then the vents can just go directly underneath the steam turbines. Right, Joshua is done. So what skills is Joshua going to have? And we'll try and be a bit more reasonable this time. Yeah, because your only interest is supplying. So we'll give you mechatronics and building and exosuits. What's the highest that anyone has? I mean, the highest anyone has is 30. That's kind of pushing it as well. I'll give you digging. Yeah, that'll do. There you go. Harold, you can have more skills now. You can have suit training. And tidying. And I'm going to try and not go too bad on the other skills. I think I know what it is. I think there was some surf and turf built up, and they ate all the surf and turf, and now they're back to the normal food. And then they're getting stressed again. So let's reset up the thermoacry over here. So again, we'll have the cold stuff come out this side. We'll just send that pipe exactly the same way as we had it before, so I guess I'll just go like there. This pipe goes up here and then like that. Bridge goes over here. And then the thermosensor goes here. Automation wire goes there. Then we actually need to put the vents in for the steam turbines too. Oh, and we'll need to... Yeah, we'll need to bridge here. Or actually, we don't need a bridge there. We can just lower this. Yeah, that works. And then vent there. Vent there. Again, we'll just use gold for all of this. Yep. We can do exactly the same over here for the other steam turbine. I'm gonna have to very temporarily... Oh, I'm gonna have to come back in here so I can actually get this built. Or I'm just gonna have to... Let's see. So, the steam turbine has the ingredients. I think we need to literally lock someone in here, build it, and then deconstruct the tile. I think that's the only way we're gonna build this without leaking the hydrogen. Oh, that's funny. So that wire goes down there. And then we never finished the wire for the steam turbines. That wire goes over here. And we do a bit of tomfoolery. So like this. And then we yellow alert these so that we don't cut off the power to something we don't know about. Yeah, and at least this way, I'd rather be able to overcool the sulfur than not cool it down enough. Because we're going to want to send it back to base at a cool temperature. And then, what do we fit down here? I don't know what we fit down here. This could just go like this. And I guess we're not going to dump the oil in here. Actually, what I could do is I could just make one of these side access things. Like I've done over here. Yeah, I can literally do just exactly the same thing as I've done over here. That would make sense. But we can do that later. Let's see, this can continue to go like that. And then I think we can start doing it like this. Speed to it again. Oh, I've got a bad habit again. I'm drinking this Pepsi again when it's night. I shouldn't be doing that. Right, and we want to sweep all of this stuff. I don't want to leave anything in here. Yeah, because what I did is I actually put the vent there, and then I just did like a little 3-wide door there. That's what I should have done here. So I guess we'll get something ready for that there. Ooh, you're all getting in here now. Good stuff. I'll speed 1 it again. You guys are getting kind of confused. Okay, well, it looks like we're almost done with the hydrogen. And then in terms of actually filling that, we just want a little vacuum. So we can deconstruct this, put a bottle empty here. We'll tile this up, fill that in, and then we can get in here and finish all of this off. And I don't think we really need to go back in here to access stuff too much, so I might just leave that sealed. It would still probably be a good idea to build one in just in case, though. Anyways, who's building this? People are coming to build it. We do actually have mechatronics engineers now. They've got other things to do. Yeah, there you go. So let's set that to priority 9. Quite close to getting us online. So I think what I do now is I seal this. Like that. And we drop the oil in here. And I remove this for now. Just bring that all in like this. Yeah, I think this is going well. It's just taking some time to just get everything right. These things always do. Okay. So let's fill this with oil again. Is that on auto bottle? Yeah, leave that for now. This sort of build is kind of what makes me want to have pliers, because if something's wrong with the piping, we can kind of disconnect things, whereas if it was all sealed into metal, it would just get very, very bad. There we go. So how much oil do we have in there? Just a very small amount. Well, that should be enough to form... Oh, there's a little bit of chlorine in here. Hold on. Let's make this a vacuum. We'll tile this in and then delete it. And then we'll just make the actual proper entrance. Here we go. New principles, what do we have? I'll take more cacti. None of these dupes seem very good. I'm looking forward to being able to take on more dupes again. This will help with this though, because this will be sustainable food for the grubs and sweetles. And maybe that's even what we do next episode, is we start building the second base, and that will go up here. So we're gonna need to we're gonna need to seal that in against space. So that's gonna be a fun building project. Unfortunately, I don't want to have oil wells just sat in the base. We're eventually going to be using those. Yeah, who's building this? Max. Okay. That's good. What is overheating? I don't know, we'll find out later. Okay, so now we can deconstruct this again. And we can deconstruct these tiles. And then what I'll do temporarily is we'll put a tile here. We'll put a bottle empty here. Get this construction finished. We'll remove this vent. Yeah, we can remove that pipe as well. Then we can actually get this built. Put the vent back here, like we should have done in the first place. I don't think we need more crude oil there. This can be priority 9 as well. And then we can do this. I like this design as well, because you just have a nice big shiny block of metal. Just shing, sparkle, sparkle. It's more because I just need a lot of conduction to go through here to get this sulfur all at roughly the same temperature. And I don't want to just do it in gas. So yeah, stress is down again. Ellie is quite stressed. I think she has a lot of skills. Also, our calories are going up quite a lot. We've got 1.5 million calories stored now. All that gristleberry is paying off. Yeah, this is good. We'll form a 3-tile seal. But now at least we can get in here and finish all of this. I'll tell you what, all of that volcano taming has been good practice with stuff like this. Looking forward to seeing half the map filled with sweets and rubber branches. Yeah, so I did the math on that. I'm not sure we're going to be able to ranch all of them. I think we're going to have mostly wild, because, like, if we ranch, to satisfy the sulfur production of 35 oil wells, that's like 80 kilograms per second of sulfur. And a sweetle processes 20 kilograms, a tame sweetle processes 20 kilograms of sulfur per day. So you get to close to needing like 4,000 sweetles or something to process all that sulfur. I think it's close to 1,000 if they're ranched, and then you need the grubs as well. And you have to do that to actually scale it up enough. So I'm not sure. I mean, options-wise, this planet is fairly big, and I'm thinking of just building some sweeter ranches in space. There's also the grubfruit plants. The thing is, I'm not even that interested in the grubfruit plants. I mean, we'll need like a couple just to get the grubs growing. But ultimately, I'm not that fussed about them. You need them in grub branches. See, I managed to get enough grub eggs from the grubs without the plants. Oh, I am into mixed berry pie. I'm just not sure we're going to have that luxury. I don't think I've ever cooked it yet, though. That would be nice. But the point is, we need to use all of the sulfur for turning into water to scale it up enough to use all of the oil wells, which is the objective. I think we're mostly going to be leaning on surf and turf, but I will try and make some mixed berry pie, because I haven't made it yet, and it would be nice to try it. Anyways, let's sweep this all out, and then we can seal this room in again. Yeah, the surf and turf should be increasing. In fact, the first thing I should do is I should rebuild this the other way and get a blob of oil here. So, sorry, we're just going to speed to it for a little bit. Right. Flip that around. You've swept all of that, so you can seal this up now and build a turbine. I'll just leave the ladder there in case we need it. I guess we're going to delete this hydrogen as well, which is kind of sad. We've still got a fair amount of time on this. But yeah, the key thing about the sulfur is it never overpressurizes the geyser, because I don't think the pressure gets high enough. So we do need to keep running. We do need to run this, otherwise this will overflow and cause... Well, I guess it'll cause pressure damage, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to find out. No, don't do that. Yes, boss, we dumped all the polluted water in the steam turbine room. Yep. Right, not long now. That'll do. So now deconstruct that. I mean, yeah, we do want some oil to come out here. That's fine. The important thing is we've got the vacuum in there now. Oh, and it actually pushed the hydrogen into here. Oh, that's good. Okay. So now we can just rebuild this. And I think we're good to go. That's a decent amount of oil in there, is it? Is it? I mean, we haven't done it properly in here. Let's see. Oh, the cobalt volcano thing is probably working. Yeah, cobalt. Look, we're getting cobalt. This is definitely cool enough. The water is still cold. Yeah, that's working. How interesting. We haven't put these ones in hydrogen. And then on the other planet, these ones are in hydrogen. They're still too hot. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I'm confused now. Well, this is going to go dormant soon anyways, but I'm not pleased about that. But I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that for now. Right. I think we're actually done in here. I'm going to put in another... I mean, we can just leave this now. I'll put another vent here, and I'll hook this up just in case we need to refill it. But we can deconstruct this. This metal can all get filled in. That can be priority 8. But we're almost ready. I actually want this to fill a little bit more so that we push all the gas out. That would be nice. Then, let's see. We'll continue to speed to it. This is almost ready to run. We may actually need to find something else to do this episode. Probably just more decontamination stuff. Or I may just do a short stream. I don't know. I did say I was going to do that Reddit post on the math. I would like to do that. Yes, there's actually too much hydrogen here for now, but it's probably good to have that just as a backup. Yeah, and now we can sweep all of this. Although we can come back in here anyways. And we need to fill this loop with coolant, which will be polluted water. So we're going to need to grab some polluted water, which is conveniently right here. So we can just pull that over here like this. And for now I'm going to set this to green signal if above 200. Because we don't want that turning on yet. Yeah, you got to do this tile. Yeah, good. Yeah, so build this tile next. Guess we can deconstruct this as well. We're gonna end up with a little bit of salt in here, but I don't really care. Oh, and this is actually one tile too wide now. That's funny. You know what? We can handle that. We'll fill this gap in. There we go. A little bit of water up here. We can deconstruct this tile. Deconstruct this. And then you can just build that one. Yeah, and then this will be pretty much good. I also like that if we get more dupes, we can potentially expand the spawn further out here. We'll just need to reorganize some of the piping. Like, each spawn is enough oxygen for... well, 9 dupes, I think. So we can expand that to... we can expand that to about 70 dupes, probably. But I don't think we're going to end up with that many. The thing is, when the petroleum boiler thing is all spun up, we will have an absolute shit ton of excess water. So we'll be able to run as many dupes as we want. But at that point, the game is probably going to die, so... who knows? It hasn't yet, but I feel like that's because we mostly just haven't got all the critters in yet. But the polluted water is flowing. The loop is full. So let's deconstruct that and send it back. We still need to fill this up. And I'm going to sweep this up as well. I imagine we're probably going to have a little bit of troubleshooting, but I'm somewhat confident this is going to work properly. We've left a little bit of igneous rock in here because we deconstructed the bridge. Feels bad, man. Right, I think we're nearly ready. Just need to get these built. How's everything else going? Who's made a mess? Oh, you're trapped and you didn't tell anyone. Let's priority 9 all of that. We'll need to go clean that up. Well, I mean, that's a sign that some digging is actually happening. We can release all of this as well, but we'll queue more of that up later. I feel like we've actually gotten most of the polluted oxygen. There's still slime lung in the oxygen, but the germs are slowly dying. We'll see. Can you actually get in here to do this? Oh, Neo is doing it at the moment. That's fine. Right. I think it's... Let's see. Do I actually care about sealing this off with the gas? I don't think I do. I don't think I do care about the gas. So I think we just seal it off. Maybe we'll fill this up eventually anyways. The eruption capacity... I mean, this will handle 3 kilograms per second at once, so it's going to drain when it's dormant. I don't know. We could leave it to vent the room and then just be a vacuum apart from sulfur. That would be quite nice, I suppose. Well, we can get this finished and then we can just do some more deconstruction in the meantime. Because we need to actually ladder here. And we can ladder these ones as well. And then we can deconstruct those remaining tiles. There we go. Fill that one in. Fill that one in. It's quite satisfying just watching them all wander across the map like that. Like lemmings. You didn't quite make it in time, did you? You haven't got any igneous rock in here, do you? This is igneous rock. Look. Common sense, guys. Just dig this. At least you've got food over here. That's not too bad. But yeah, you guys are going to need to just hurry on this. Yeah, and then you're all like, wait, we're free! We're free! Let us go. Let us pee. So, we've ended up with some natural gas somehow. I think it's all floating up from down here somehow. I think I was already there. But yeah, the polluted oxygen is mostly going. I think it's only a matter of time. I think we're still getting a very small amount of off-gassing. We'll want some liquids over here. I think for the most part, we're actually cleaning it out. The problem is it all needs to go before the slime lung will go. If I go to germ overlay, it's still crawling with germs. But the important thing is the base is fine. The base is the right kind of gems. Which are mostly the pink ones. Also, something I just noticed is that my cooling loop still only goes over here. I'm not going to bother changing all of this, but I am going to swap this one pipe segment out for aluminium. But that's keeping these Dracos at a nice comfy temperature. We've actually got some fertilizer again as well. What a miracle. The sand's getting really good at the surfboard. Everyone's probably got some pretty good athletic skills now. Why have we got 4,000 grams of oxygen in here? This is why everyone's stressed, because the oxygen pressure in here is way too high. How did this happen? How did the oxygen pressure get so high? What's happening? I guess carbon dioxide is just going by here and triggering these. I think I'm just going to disable all of these for now. We need to get rid of the extra pressure in here. It's stressing people out. There we go. Just for now. Big, shiny metal. It's very pretty. So yeah, you need to build these ladders over here as well. I do just want to drop some liquid on this bit. I don't know, the other thing we could do is we just keep expanding into this part. There's no... Because we drain this liquid, we can do that pretty freely. That's not the right level. There we go. And I think that'll do for now. We'll just dig this all up. That shouldn't cause any problems. And then the last tile. Let's just see where everyone's going at the moment. So everyone really is just running across here to do all of this. That's good. Well, we need to move all this polluted water out of here. So let's dig these tiles. And I'm actually going to tile this up just so the polluted water doesn't accumulate here. And then we'll ladder over here. And we can start digging all of this out as well. We're slowly clearing this map out. Yeah, we can just straight up clear all of that. Okay. And then this stuff over here can be priority 9. Because we don't want the liquids building up here that's producing more polluted oxygen. And then, buildings-wise, we can deconstruct these. I don't need the gas pump and stuff anymore. That's all an ancient relic. We can ladder these. We'll ladder these. I guess there's not too much point in doing this, but I guess it'll speed them up a little bit. We can just deconstruct this. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this to fill up. It should only be another cycle before it starts pushing all the gas out of here. And I just wanted to do that. So in the meantime, we're just gonna queue up more of these things. Let's see, we don't need the oxygen masks or anything like that anymore. What we got over here? Take a Volpup. We'll eat this guy. Although you don't actually have very many places to go, so you're not that much of a threat. Feels bad. You still need to come down here and do this. How is it looking on the other planet? So these turbines are both too hot, except for this one, which is just about getting to the point of being too hot. I'm actually surprised that this isn't quite enough cooling going on. We could try dumping some more brine in there for now just to help it out. I think we can actually do this all via pliers. So we'll just do this for a little bit. Printing pod is entombed. No! Dirt! Wait, what? Oh, the shovel. The stupid shovel. Yeah, there you go. Have fun. In terms of the temperature, the heat isn't leaking out of here too bad. So the brine is staying at, what temperature? It's going into the teleporter about 15 degrees. That's good. Not too cold either. This brine is at reasonable temperature, which is why. But it's good. This is working again. It's probably going to leak down here. It actually is leaking down here. That is potentially an issue. So let's actually cut this off for now. We don't need to feed it this water anymore. What? What did you just do? There you go. Strip pliers. Yeah, we want to drain off all that water. Really? That's good. How's the cobalt volcano? What? What the heck happened? You've gotta be kidding me. It pliers everything down here. Oh my god. I think we can fix this. I hope that didn't break anything. I don't think that should break anything. I'm very tempted to reload, but at the same time I think this doesn't actually need that much to fix. I just better not forget anything. Oh my god. It literally glitched so hard, it glitched to the other planet. That is absolutely something that can happen. Conveyors. F that, no. I don't remember how that went. We're reloading. We're reloading. What a bug. I hope that didn't overwrite the save. If it did, we're gonna have fun, aren't we? You better not have broken it. Right. It looks okay. We're okay. That was some scary glitch right there. I don't think I lost any progress either, I was just watching this. Good. There we go. But yeah, anyways, the Cobalt Volcano. So we have got steam going here now, but it's not hot enough to do anything down here. I think I will preemptively just put some oil here just in case. Oh, and we need to sweep this up. I think there's probably some extra Atmo suits as well that need to be dumped. There's 2 there. I think it's probably why we've got some idle dupes. Because they haven't been using all the Atmo suits. But I don't think that's a big problem. They were using most of them. Right, so 1 more cycle and then that sulfur will be ready. In the meantime, what's everyone doing here? Did you do all of this? You did. That's good. We'll need to sweep everything as well, like all the debris down here we'll need to sweep at some point. But that's a relatively low priority. Yeah, I think this is fine. There's plenty of stuff to deconstruct. We'll just clear this whole top part of the map first. And then this stuff we can wait for later. The interesting thing is, there's random blobs of obsidian here as well. There's no volcanoes in them, but it's they're very hot. So we're going to have to be careful around the bottom of the map. Damn the size of the map. Why are you doing this to yourself? I like the classic maps. And I don't think, like, look, if we're gonna have 1,000 Sweetles or whatever, like for all this sulfur, where on earth are we gonna put them all? Like, we'll do the tricks. We'll just vacuum everything out. I think we will just vacuum out the outside of the map instead of having the hot chlorine or whatever. We'll put everything that needs an atmosphere in an atmosphere when it gets to that stage. We'll sweep up all the debris, and it'll be fine. But yes, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere because I'm tired of restarting maps. So this is the map that I won't restart. Unless something catastrophic happens. I want to hit that wall when I get to it. Okay, I think we're mostly here actually with this. So all we need to do is let this gas out, and we're good. So let's just make this an airflow tile for now. And then we can actually get this sulfur tamer working. And I'll be very pleased if this works correctly. And if it doesn't work correctly, then we have an hour to fix it. Who's doing this? Yeah, you're both doing that. Right, we can seal this in. But I like it. It's nice and relatively compact. And we can do something with this area. I should probably put a tile here. This doesn't need to be insulated, but I mean, whatever. So now we can just replace that. And we got a room full of sulfur. But the exciting part is going to be actually turning this on. So we're almost there. Right, let's try this. I'm going to save it. Hey, we're on cycle 314. Happy pie cycle. All right, let's look at this. So we need to turn this on, so we can reset this to above 15. Thanks. Right, so this will turn on. These are all set to... This one's not set to 1000. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, a dupe has to set the errand. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. That is true. Okay. We're fine. I'm not 100% convinced this block is going to cool evenly. This is kind of sketchy. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of mass. There's a lot of coolant. Hoping it will work. But yeah, you need to deconstruct this. Who's doing this? No, it is. Harold is. No, everyone's just decided no. It's going to happen tomorrow. Because we need to set that one valve. Otherwise it won't work. At least, I don't think it will work. I think all three of them need to be set. Come on, is no one actually going to do this? No, everyone's just had enough. They're not going to bother unless it's yellow alert. Which is interesting, because we do have a night shift of people. But I guess none of them are builders. Looks like people are going to go do it now. Or in a minute. But even though the slime lung isn't gone, I think we have got rid of most of the polluted oxygen. There's still a few tiles that we need to get rid of that are generating some. But I think for the most part, the map is looking cleaner at least. Alright, come down here and deconstruct that, please. Yeah, Neo is doing it. Yay! Woo! There you go. I hate to break it to you, but you're definitely the dupe with the lowest athletic skill in this colony. Feels bad, man. So, we need to set this. Who's coming to do this? Ren is coming to do that. There you go. See, look at Ren. Ren is just like a speed demon. What the heck is your athletic skill? I mean, that is speed 2, I suppose. Where is it? You have 16 athletics. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's totally true. Right, let's seal this back in. You know what? Just yellow alert. Who's going to do that? And then we can actually turn this on. And there shouldn't be any heat leaks. It's kind of mildly annoying this insulated pipe is going out here. But I don't think there's any way of avoiding that with where this geyser is placed. And some of these pipes actually make sense. I think this pipe has less coolant segment than these ones. This one's going to get the most. This one's going to get a median amount. This one's going to get the least. I love how whenever I do a yellow alert, it's always like a non-builder. Like you have a farming hat. You probably should be doing this. And you're hungry. Right. I think we're actually ready. Let's save it and turn this thing on. So we'll set this to above 50. We'll set this to above 30. Actually, I'm gonna set this to like above -5 because I want to get this as cold as possible just to start. And we'll see how this goes. So the thermo aquatuner turns on. This isn't blocking, that's good. It's got the right amount of liquid in it. The sulfur is coming out in little 1,000 gram packets. And it's immediately cooling down in here, so that's good. The radiant pipe and the metal tile is doing its job. But we need to make sure that it's cooling over time. And then the sulfur's dropping off here, and it's immediately tiling up. Okay, well, it certainly looks like it's working to start. But the key is going to be seeing how long we can continually operate this for. It looks like we're occasionally getting some empty packets as well in this line. Why is that? Oh, there's a pipe there. There shouldn't be a pipe there. There you go. Invisible pipe. Okay, so all the sulfur's flowing out. It's coming out cold. Nice. The block seems to be decreasing in temperature, which is good. There's coolant here, 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 and here. So I'm expecting a cool strip to be here. I'm expecting this corner to get hot. And then most of the cooling is actually going on in here. Yeah, this water's getting down nice and cool. Thermo aquatuner is obviously getting hot. The salt water is heating up. Sulfur is getting dropped in there. We currently don't have a drop-off for this sulfur, but that's fine. The atmosphere out here is actually quite hot, which is heating up the sulfur partially. It's coming out of here at 18, 18, 18. Yeah, I think this is reasonably successful. I think we've got it. in terms of the actual liquid amount in here, I'm not sure the amount of liquid is going down. I'm not expecting it to go down while it's erupting, but I think overall it will go down. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the image I show for the thumbnail, maybe. Does seem like it's working. We don't need to fiddle with this loop, so we can just deconstruct this pipe. Someone's getting high stress. It's Ellie. Let's skill scrub Ellie. Yeah, that's Harold's bedroom. Is that actually a barracks? Yeah, it is. It's good. Yeah, let's skill scrub Ellie. We did go a little bit ham on giving everyone skill points. They're not always going to be eating surf and turf. But yeah, I think that's the main project for today done. So we'll probably play for another 20 minutes or so, just to double check this is running properly. But this block is like ice cold now. Yeah, we're not going to have any problems with this. In fact, if anything, it's getting a bit too cold. We don't even need it to run this much. This may have been a little bit of overkill for this much sulfur. It may be that we could have gotten away with the one steam turbine and run this half the time. Because I don't think this is running all the time as it is anyways. Yeah, so I think we set this to... I think we set this to 25 degrees. I don't think we want to I don't think we want it coming out too cold so that it's going to chill the room. Or at least I don't think there's any point. I think we could just leave that. Yeah. I'm really happy with that. And that's how you tame a sulfur geyser. A big metal block. Lots of pipes. Mesh tile to prevent tile on the vent. I think so. I'll admit I saw someone else do it, and I think that's what they said, and I think that is helping because the liquid goes down here and then it comes up as a blob. But equally, I don't think enough sulfur is coming out of here to tile up, because it's 1 kilogram per second per pipe. So I don't think that's too much. Neat. I'm really happy with that. So tomorrow, I think the plan will be to put some oil wells in here and probably just start building the second base. I do kind of want to do some puffed ranches as well in here, but I think I just want to get the second base up first. Now we've got the sulfur, we might as well start ranching Sweetles a little bit just for food. Like, we've got oxygen, we've got a lot of stored food, and we've got excess stuff to feed animals and plants. So I think we definitely go for just adding more people and focusing here a little bit, and then we'll go back here at some point, do this aluminium volcano, maybe we'll have to do something about this. I think this room is fine now, just about, but yeah. You know what? I'm going to run this a bit longer. We're going to put this on -5 again. We're just going to evaporate this to the steam and just make sure that all works properly. I'll go for one more cycle. Yeah, in the meantime, everyone's just deconstructing all that stuff. I suppose I could start laying out where the base is actually going to go, because the bottom of the base is going to be here. You can't have it any lower because of the oil wells. So we can start setting that out as well. And I think layout-wise, it's going to look very similar to what we've currently got here. We'll have some room for like some transit tube hubs and things as well. That's not quite right. Yeah, these will be the liquid locks. Or that'll be a liquid lock. And then we can start removing all of this stuff. There's hydrogen over here. There's some oil over there. That's not a problem. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this internal shaft here. So people will still be able to go through the shaft. We'll have oxygen-based puff branches in the base here. And we'll have some non-oxygen-based ones over here. And probably want a CO2 pit for the oxyferns, but we'll sort that later. Yeah, that's the cutoff for the ranches, so that can go there. Start filling this up. Put a door on. I guess I'll put a storage bin in here as well. Another door here. And then we can start using these transformers for stuff in the bases as well. Who's got their skills reset? Ellie has. So Ellie, let's see, what do you want? You're a builder, so you can have that and mechatronics. You can have exosuit training. And you can have digging. And that will do. I don't want to give you any more than that. Yep, so... yeah, we'll expand these up here as well. And we'll connect them in directly at some point, but for now we'll just leave them as they are. It's not hot enough to melt plastic here. Let's go up here. How much plastic do I have now? I have 30 tons of plastic. That's pretty good. And we've got 17 tons of steel. That's very good. And our iron has increased as well, so the Volcano is putting in work. I want to go up here with the plastic ladder. I might as well just all go to the top. It's going to be 5-pole ladder as well. These rooms are just going to be connected to the base, but I don't know what they're going to look like yet. I know what this room's going to look like. It's going to look exactly like this room, so... we can just go up, follow these doors. No. I put that in exactly the wrong spot. Yeah, they should not be ladders. They should be plastic tiles. I should replace these tiles with plastic at some point, but meh. So we can leave that like this. Again, I don't think we'll have anyone exit the base on this side. These will be tiles here. And then we'll make a load of docks. This can all be lead. And a checkpoint, but we'll disable it for now. And we're going to start hiring more dupes again soon. We've got plenty of spare oxygen. You're not going to have the oxyferns in this base, so we'll just have a carbon skimmer on this base level. And obviously, this bit is going to look different. We're not going to have a fish tank. We'll see what we end up doing. But a few elements we know will more or less be there already. You guys produce so much decor just from your outfits. It's nice. Anyway, salt water goes in here. Copy this across. In terms of, yeah, we'll need a freezer in there as well. So that will go like this. We'll need to deconstruct the ice makers. Rip. Ripperonis. They had their time. And then we can put into bathrooms. Because there's definitely no way we can use those bathrooms for these guys. And I think we are actually going to have to expand this base into space a little bit. We're probably going to have to drywall it a little bit. That is fine. Who's idle? Oh, I'm become error. Just deconstruct these for now. And dig all of that. Dig all of this. We never ended up unleashing the spores, so that's good. Who's unreachable food? Josh and Neo. Okay, I made a little bit of a mistake. Well, Neo, you're hopefully going to dig your way out of it. No. No, you're not. Right, let's just do that quickly. Then you, how are we going to get you over there quickly? I believe you could just, if we priority 9 this, and then we priority 9 these, that should work. You should be able to get down here. And sweep all of this up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, good. Let's just check on the Sulfur Tamer. So we have steam. It is getting hot. It's going to heat up the turbines. What temperature is this at now? So this has been pumping for a while. There is a bit of a temperature gradient here, but for the most part it is cold enough. But the sulfur is all still coming out hot. Why is that? It's coming out cold here. Oh, this is that bug, isn't it? This is the bug where it comes out and it doesn't change temperature of the lump. Yeah, that's why we want this here, because we want to put it on a conveyor and then drop it. That does not need to be a yellow alert. Well, this conveyor, I think it actually makes more sense to send it this way. I think we actually want to send it up here around the base, because it's going to be going into this base here. That's where it's going to be plugging in, at least just to start. I mean, this one we'll just use to feed the ones in the base. So I think we do deconstruct this and we move it over here. But then obviously it's going to heat up when it goes over the conveyor. Right. I think I'll just lay out the conveyor rail just so I remember. But, ultimately, we're going to need to do some insulation on it. So I think that conveyor is going to need to run through insulated walls if it's going to stay cold. I mean, the sulfur isn't very good at absorbing the heat, so I think once it's on the rail, it should be okay. I'm probably overthinking this. We'll just rail up there for now. We'll rail up there so I don't forget about it. No, that's a solid filter. That's not a rail. So we'll do that. Go up here like this. And then we're gonna have the Sweetles somewhere. We're probably not gonna have them in here. This will probably just be a utility room. But we'll probably have them up here. So I'm just gonna dump it here for now. And what we got in the pod? I don't really want to. I kind of don't really want to start taking dupes yet because we haven't built the rest of the base. But that is literally the next thing we're doing, and we've got a +7 rancher with agriculture skill and hard digging. He does have decreased strength. That's not good for a rancher. No, we'll pass. We don't want a decreased strength guy. We'll just take the shine impact. But yeah, we're getting some liquid dumped in here, so clearly these steam turbines are working a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty happy this is working. But what I need to do is I need to vacuum out this room. I need to vacuum out this room so that when the sulfur comes out, the initial pile is cold. Because the initial pile was hot because it was in a hot atmosphere, and then the pile isn't actually changing temperature. But I'm gonna leave it for now. This is all loose stuff that can be solved later, over time. I'm just gonna get these things deconstructed. I guess we'll make this all priority 8. There you go. Just want you to come down here and get rid of these. Please and thank you. We've got enough salt water in that one. What about this one? Just need to dump some in here. You guys gonna remove this? Yeah, please do it. Actually, it'll probably go faster if I just speed 1 it. I think it's still stressed. Yeah, it's because you're all getting popped eardrums. That's why you were having some stress problems. There you go. You're all done. So here's the room. It is working as intended. It's working as intended. The only thing is, it's coming out slightly hot here due to a bug. But we will fix that next time. What do you mean no docks available? Oh. Disable this. Disable that and deliver this one here. And let's just check this liquid lock is sealed as well. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright, I'm actually going to wrap it up now. But, yeah, thanks for watching. We got the Sulfur Tamer built. We cleared a lot of the polluted oxygen off the map. And we got to talk about the fish for a little bit. So, yeah, it's all been good. I'm going to go. I'll be back tomorrow, usual time. And we'll get the second base built tomorrow. And we'll start hiring more dudes. But until then, I will see you around. Bye for now.